Frank, of course, your host. Here at The Bigger Picture, we're all about recognizing those organizations here on camera that you may have never heard of. Welcome to Season 4 of The Bigger Picture. Who would have thought we would have made it this far, but here we are, Season 4. So unfortunately, this is for sure the final season of The Bigger Picture, as I will be making my departure from SUNY Oswego this December. Before we dive deeper into this episode, I would like to say a quick shout out to Kiara Montero. She is watching at home. All of us here at WTOP, we love you and we thank you for all the work you have done for The Bigger Picture, as well as everything here at WTOP. Also, before we jump into tonight's episode, I would like to tell everybody thank you for coming along the ride for The Bigger Picture. It's been 4 years of great shows, great episodes, great guests. So once again, thank you to everybody watching. Thank you everybody for supporting. Thank you everybody for sharing, posting on Instagram, tagging us. We appreciate all the love. But let's jump into tonight's episode. So, as always in The Bigger Picture, we always start off tonight's episode, or all the episodes, with naming a bunch of things that are happening on campus, just in case you want to get active or you want to get out of your room and go do something fun. So let's name a couple. First up, we have a senior here from SUNY Oswego named Naomi Ellis, who just dropped her first album called Serene. She dropped this album on September 22nd, 2023, underneath her album name titled Sane Girl. This album is a soulful and alternative masterpiece that celebrates solitude, with her last track applying the name Solitude. She's drawing inspirations from artists like Janae Aiko, Erykah Badu, and many others. Her lyrics and soulful beats serenade with her audience as she mixes and masters all her songs to the songs she wants to show growth and self-love. Tune into her album, available on all platforms now. The Oswego Student Association Programming Board will be having their second annual LGBTQ+ Pride Festival. It will be hosted on October 21st in Sweatman Gym from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. There will also be a lot of live music, food, giveaways, and so much to do. Plus, everybody loves to see a spectacular runway scene, so go out to that if you're feeling nice. Also, this week is fall break, so just please remember to take the time, wind down, relax. This semester has been a little bit stressful for a lot of us, so please make sure to do whatever you can to make yourself feel at peace. Also, if you are traveling, please be safe. Lastly, join the Caribbean Student Association on October 28th for their Underwater Paradise Dinner, a celebration of Caribbean culture and the exciting year ahead for the association. The event will feature delicious food and captivating performances. Keep an eye out for ticket sales at the SUNY Oswego box office. Stay tuned, because when we come back, we'll be joined by our very first guest for Season 4 of The Bigger Picture. So stick around.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No,
right
but you've
here.
got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it.
Jill
Should we
told me it
tell
was
him?
Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is
It's
it?
Al Roker.
Hello and welcome back to The Bigger Picture. Tonight, we're excited to have special guests from the Latino Student Union here joining us tonight. The Latino Student Union is an organization founded in 1968. Their mission was to enhance awareness of Latin culture, encompassing traditions, cuisine, and music through a range of engaging activities such as weekly programs, tabling, and special events. Their initiatives foster unity among cultural organizations and students, facilitating connections and understanding as well. Joining us tonight is their president, Carmitas Jimenez.
Hello.
And their faculty advisor for the organization, Dr. Celinette Duran Jimenez.
Hi. Thank you for having us.
Thank you guys for joining. All right, so to start off tonight's episode, I would like you guys to introduce yourselves, tell us about your roles within the Latino Student Union, as well as your roles here on campus. Anyone can start.
My name is Carmitas Jimenez, and I'm the current president of the Latino Student Union. My sole mission is to delegate and oversee all of our events, everything that we have on initially, making sure all of our members are doing what they need to do. And yeah, I got involved because I wanted to do something on campus, and what better than to join LSU.
Dr. Duran.
So actually, Matthews and Carmitas originally approached me about being the faculty advisor for LSU. I wanted to take this on because I think that it's very important to have representation on faculty, as it is in the student body. As the only Dominican faculty, full-time faculty on campus, I also wanted us to be able to bridge that connection between the student body, between the faculty side, and then for students to be able to see someone who looks like them fostering and facilitating these types of relationships that are really important in academia.
Thank you guys for that. So let's jump into the juicy questions now. All right? What inspired you guys to become involved with the Latino Student Union, and how has it impacted your experience here at SUNY Oswego so far?
Well, for me, I was actually very opposed to joining anything. It's like kind of ironic. But my freshman and my sophomore year, and eventually I got into my junior year, and I really wanted to be a part of something. Everyone was kind of doing their own thing, enjoying their time on organizations, and I was like, wow, I kind of actually want to get involved. And there were things that I wanted to bring onto campus that I was like, okay, let me be a part of it. Let me try to do something for our campus. So yeah.
I am very much invested in student success. Because we are a teaching comprehensive college, the priority from the faculty side is making sure that our students are at the forefront, making sure that we help them succeed in any way which possible. And even though I am a faculty member of the Criminal Justice Department, we have a very large major that only gives me but so much contact with students. Being able to advise the Latino Student Union also gives me an opportunity to meet other Latino and Hispanic students, other Black students, other Afro-Latino students who don't know who I am but might still be interested in fostering that sort of connection, seeing someone else that represents them on campus.
Cool, cool. So, of course, we all love a little bit of diversity. So how does the Latino Student Union contribute to promoting cultural awareness and diversity here on campus?
For us, we like to pride ourselves that we are Latin-based, but we're never exclusive towards just our Latin community. So we're very open in that way. We like to promote ourselves on our social media as much as possible, around campus, through our weekly tabling. If you see us in MCC, Mondays and Thursdays we table, so come by and say hello. Through our programs, we try to also collaborate with different organizations to show that we're here for everyone. As much as we want you guys to learn about our culture, we want to be educated in others as well. So yeah, we just try to put ourselves out there as much as possible.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with the way that the Latino Student Union has really taken to the mission. I really appreciate seeing the ways that they have embraced Afro-Latino culture, Afro-Caribbean culture, and really working towards making sure that there is a space for everyone and that everyone understands that feeling of being included, being inclusive. But obviously, because I am an academic, because I'm a faculty member, I also appreciate the ways in which these students really do the work. They know their stuff, and they do absolutely everything possible to make sure that not only are they explaining the experience, but they're getting the information out in the right way.
Now, is there anything currently the Latino Student Union is doing to try to bring out more diversity onto campus or make themselves more known on campus to get people to join them in?
On campus, we try to basically reach out. Like, we have an organization chat, so we try to promote within our organizations, within each other, letting them know, like, hey, this is something we have. We also always have our annual dinner that is coming up in November. So that's one of our biggest things that we try to get people aware of. Just, if you don't know about us, we have a dinner coming up. Come learn about us. We try to do that. Yeah.
And the organization is also very intercollaborative. So they have programs with the African Student Association. They have programs with the Black Student Union. They'll do programs. You have another program coming up this evening with the Caribbean Student Association. Next week, there's another program that's dedicated to the Latino Asian student experience. So something that I do appreciate are the different ways that LSU is able to really look at the interconnectedness of all of the multicultural organizations that are here on campus.
So, of course, we all have Latino backgrounds here, but what's that one thing from our background that we would like everybody to know about us?
I think we're very welcoming. Like, as far as I know, when it comes to family gatherings or when there's outsiders, my family is very come in, come eat, come talk to us. From my perspective, I think a lot of us are like that in our community. So.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I actually have a graphic poster in my house that says "Mi casa es su casa," and that's exactly how I treat my job. My door is always open. I have a revolving door of students, so I do like to bring that same welcoming atmosphere because I like people to feel comfortable. And even though I am a faculty member, I am still a person, and I do like to keep the avenues and the lines of communication open between me and the students.
So this question is more for you, Dr. Duran. When you were back in college, how was your experience like? Were you involved in any organizations? Were you supportive of any organizations? Tell us your story when you were in college.
All right, let me see if I can think that far back. So when I went to college at John Jay, which is a commuter school, it's a CUNY school that's based in Midtown Manhattan. It has a very large Hispanic and Latino population. The running joke in New York City is we call John Jay Dominican Harvard because there are so many Dominican
I wouldn't
students
be
there.
surprised.
I was involved, so when I was in college, I was part of the honors program. I was part of the McNair Scholars Program, which is a program that is supposed to prepare first-generation, low-income, and minority students to get ready for post-baccalaureate work, whether that is preparing for graduate school, med school, law school. And I benefited greatly from that program because it also helped me become involved in a lot of other student organizations. While I was in college, I also founded and was the president for the Amnesty International chapter, which brought awareness to human rights violations all around the world. I also was a part of the Criminal Justice Honors Association while I was there, which is something that I actually hope to bring to our campus here because we have really amazing criminal justice students and I'd like to be able to highlight and feature them. Yeah. And then I was also involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I've always been involved in music. I lived at home, so there were a lot of other family obligations that I had tied to there. So it was a vastly different experience from what I think most of our students get here. But I also did understand the importance of being involved in your campus because y'all together, we spend so much time here. This is, for all intents and purposes, a second home. So why not make this a space that I can feel comfortable in, that I can be myself, that I can showcase all aspects of myself. And I think that's what I appreciate about all of our student organizations here is that it creates that niche for students.
I agree. I definitely agree. So Carmitas, when it comes to you being in college, is LSU the only thing you do or is there other things you're a part of?
For me, there are other things that I'm a part of. LSU is my main priority as president, but I've also been a part of Image Step Team since I was in my junior year, and I'm also on the executive board for the Student Association's programming board. I am the director of public relations, so I hold those two positions as well as I'm a part of a team. Other than that, I think I'm pretty involved for those three, but I kind of stick to those. That's kind of where I found my place. I have a special inkling in my heart for the Women's Center here on campus. I love their organization. I love what they're a part of. So I'm definitely a proud committee member for them. But yeah.
All right, let's get a little deep again. Un poquito deep. Ready? So we are taught all about generational curses, right? Do you think you had any generational curses from your family that came with you to a new environment like coming to Oswego? Or do you think you didn't come with none? I can tell you I came with some.
I definitely think I came with a few. For one, I think it's our lack of asking for help. That is definitely within my family. Like, we're not supposed to reach out to other people. We're supposed to figure things out on ourselves. And when I first got to Oswego, there were a lot of things as a student, especially coming from a different area, that I did not understand, I did not know, and I did not know how to reach out for help. And that stuck with me until I finally got comfortable being uncomfortable, and I put myself in those positions and finally learned how to actually ask for help. So that is definitely one for sure.
So in my family, we don't talk about generational curses. We talk about generational blessings.
Okay.
And one of the things that I can say I will take with me everywhere I go is the work ethic. And I 100% have gotten that from my parents.
Okay.
You know, I too fall into this trap of needing to feel like I have to do everything on my own. I have to showcase myself. I have to show that I am capable of doing all of these things, because if not, then we tend to fall into that sort of imposter syndrome pattern.
Yeah.
Where if we have to ask for help, that means that we're lesser than, that we're not capable. But growing up, one of the best things, and I actually have this in my dissertation dedication to my parents, is in Spanish we have a phrase that says, hay una diferencia en tener educación y ser educado.
I know, that's right.
So loosely translated, that means that there is a difference between having education and being educated. You can have 17 million degrees and still not have any form of knowledge attainment. So my parents came here with not the type of formal education that one would expect, but they are by far some of the smartest people that I have ever met in my entire life. They've taught me the importance of valuing yourself, of humbling yourself, being humble but not being humbled, having pride but not being prideful. And because of that, I am 100% able to say that I've been able to get to where I've gotten, but I haven't gotten there alone. Because I always tell people, and if my dad ever sees this, I'm sorry. He's very short.
Yeah.
But
I think I heard this story before.
He's very short, but I've always said that I've gotten here because I've been lucky enough to stand on the shoulders of giants. Because for me, they are. They taught me a lot about being myself and imparting that onto other students. So everything that my family has taught me, I don't treat my students any differently. And I hope that if any student that comes through my door, that's come through my classroom, that comes to any of the programs that we've done, can say is, I saw myself in this person and they saw me.
I like that. That's fire. So far our conversation's been great. I'm enjoying it, but there's still a lot to come. So before we get to our final questions, let's take a short break and we'll be right back with some more questions. Good comedy.
The awkward stare off was bad.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Shine on that boy.
Look at the bling. Look at do we got a diamond tester on? Yeah, that's getting bad. Yep.
10 out of 10 recommend on Yelp.
We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. I'm gonna need that back. No. Kevin!
Welcome back to the bigger picture. Let's just jump right back into the questions here. So, Carmi, Dr. Duran, what kind of support resources does the Latino Student Union provide to its members and the broader Latino community here at Oswego?
Well, for one, we have our office hours. So on campus in the Point, we have an office. So all of our members on our executive board are delegated to certain hours. So if our committee wants to come and speak with us, if they have any questions, if they just want to talk, get to know us, our door is always open for them. Also, we just came back from Fulton after doing an outreach program through different organizations that reached out to us to help out with the Latino community over there in Fulton. So we do things like that. Previously in our past e-boards, we actually used to read out to children in the library within the community. So those are a few things that we've been able to do.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So my next question, we're gonna go deep again. But can you guys share any personal experiences or stories that highlight the impact of what the Latino Student Union does on this campus or can do to an individual here on campus? Take your time, you guys good.
I think yesterday's program is a prime example of that. So yesterday was Our Table Talk, and it's essentially based off of the TV show Red Table Talk by Jada Pinkett and her family, where we get the room set around and we kind of do seminar style, and our director of programming comes up with questions, controversies, different things that we want to talk about. And for this program, we tried to incorporate a lot what it's like being a POC in this campus. So for example, one of our questions was, what's one challenge we faced? And it was very warming to see after one person raised their hand, 6 other people on the line had something they wanted to say about how they felt underrepresented on this campus, how they were challenged, or something that they felt they just wanted to get off of their chest. So something like that is very moving to me, at least.
Yeah, sitting in on some of the programs has really helped me understand students better, understand their experiences here on campus, because of the fact that we're looking at a disproportionality in terms of how students are represented on the campus, which then gets reflected in how students see themselves in faculty. Being able to better understand the types of experiences that students go through, not just in class, but with each other, what their anxieties are, what they're worried about, understanding how their experiences also help inform their academic experience, and being able to provide a little bit more nuance into how that actually occurs.
Okay, cool. So, like we mentioned earlier, the Latino Student Union is just one of other organizations here that represent all the multicultural organizations Oswego has to offer. So what does a normal collaboration look like with the other organizations, or what does a collaboration look like with the local community? So that could be like any community service events or protests or rallies or whatever that may be.
Well, we have a few. So as far as programs and collaborations with different organizations, right now actually, we have a program collaboration with the Caribbean Student Association, and our program is called The American Dream, and it's essentially about how second-generation children from the Caribbean and from Latin American countries that come over here feel kind of disconnected to their roots and may be seen as less than almost to our older generations, because the struggles they went through in the places that we haven't been able to face. So sometimes we're looked at a little less than, and just opening up on how we feel about that. So even though they're the Caribbean Student Association and we're the Latino Student Union, there's still ways we intersect, and we both understand each other and our differences and our similarities and how we're all fighting with the same message, essentially.
Okay, cool. All right, so my next question here, this is a little running joke we have here on the bigger picture. But let's just say you're going out to dinner, right? And you have the choice to go to dinner with any Hispanic historical figure, celebrity, movie star, whatever you think, you name it, you could go to dinner with them. Who would that person be, and what do you think your conversation with them would be like?
You got yours?
Yeah.
Go.
Elizabeth Acevedo.
Why Elizabeth?
Elizabeth Acevedo is one of the most prolific Afro-Latina authors of our time. She has this ability to be able to show our stories in such a nuanced way that showcases all of the beautiful shades, colors, experiences. One of my favorite books, it's a recent book of hers, it's called Clap When You Land. and it's because of this running joke that we clap for everything.
Oh, yeah.
But
We do.
yeah, like when you get on the plane and you clap when the plane
Yeah,
lands.
especially when you go to DR.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I still do it.
Yeah.
People make fun of me because of that. Because and my friends will tell me I'm not sitting next to you if you're going to clap when the
Yeah.
plane lands. But I'm going to do it because, we made it safely.
Safe and sound.
We've touched down. We're
God
there
bless.
to enjoy ourselves. But it's also about celebrating when you've landed, when you've actually made it. And Elizabeth Acevedo, if you're listening, I'm available.
Okay, wait, where are you guys going to eat at? That's the good question.
Oh, you mean like here in Oswego?
Oh, no, anywhere you want. Like, where would you like to go for a dinner with her? Like, you want steak?
No, I want to go to a mom and pop stand that is owned by like a small restaurant over in Bonao, because that's where I'm from.
Oh, you went
In
specific.
DR,
I like
yep.
that.
Right, so there's actually, when we go to the river in DR, in Dominican Republic, we take all of our food with us. So in an ideal world, my grandmother would still be here with us. She would make us lunch, and then me and Elizabeth would take a very academic stroll down El Rio Masipedro in Bonao. I have played this out in my mind.
Yeah. Okay, so Carmen, who would be your person, and where would you guys go to eat?
I think my person would be Bad Bunny.
Hey, I agree.
First, I
How
would
we
ask
doing?
him why he cuts hair, and then I love it. Let's start there. Second, I think I would want to go to Hibachi. I think me and Bad Bunny would have fun on like a little hibachi dinner date. Because I have a lot of things to say to him. I love his music. I love what he does. I love his messages. Like, Bad Bunny, if you're watching this, hibachi.
Oh my God.
Hibachi.
So, as we always wrap up the bigger picture, we always like to leave one lasting question to all our viewers, which is, what message or advice would you give to other students interested in starting or joining a similar organization on their campus? Or what advice would you give any students in general who are maybe scared or nervous to do something like what you guys are doing?
My friend recently told me of something she believes in, which is if you're going to do it and you're scared, go and do it scared. So if you're scared to get involved, if you're scared to talk to someone, if you're scared to start an organization, go do it. Do it scared. Do it with your heart pounding out your chest, but you're going to do it. And one thing I firmly believe in and like to tell myself is get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because you will not grow in your safe zone. So yeah.
Cool. Dr. D?
I would say if you want to start that student organization, 100% go for it. And also find a faculty advisor that you know is going to 100% support you, the organization, and the organization's mission, because ultimately, at some point, that will make a difference.
I agree, and I don't mean to add on here, but from my experiences being a part of the Latino Student Union, my big thing that I always told people who came to programs is make this your home away from home, because it's the one place where you're gonna realize you laughed the most, you cried the most, you got into some great discussions with. It's literally your home away from home. So I don't mean to love on the LSU train, but I love this organization. And one more question, because I totally forgot. Latin Heritage Month just passed. We're almost done. It's about to end.
Yes, we are.
We're still here.
We're still here.
October
Until the
15th.
15th.
October
Until the
15th.
15th.
So, if you can, what is one word that you want to, you think describes Latin Heritage Month?
Beautiful.
Beautiful? And one sentence why?
Because it's celebrating all the differences in our cultures. Like, some people we're Latin, Hispanic. It's everyone. It's not just about one culture. It's not one country. It's a month for all of us.
Dr. D, we got a little bit of time left, but your one word?
Interconnectedness.
Because?
Because like Carmides already said, we are all one nation. And when it comes to being Latino, there are so many different aspects that go into that we have to celebrate all of it.
I agree. And just like that, the bigger picture. Thank you guys all for tuning in to tonight's episode. We would like to thank Dr. Duran and Carmides for joining us, representing the Latino Student Union. Tonight was a great episode, and stay tuned for the rest of the semester, as we're just going to be dropping banger after banger. Don't forget to view things through the bigger picture. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.